Now don't open your present too fast, honey child. You don't want to spoil Christmas dinner with whatever tasty treats Santa brought you.
It's an empty box.
You're damn right it's an empty box. That's what you get for going to see that Medea Christmas and not bringing your dear old fat grandma.
Last time I brought you to the movies, you ended up screaming at the screen because baby Jesus wasn't one of the Avengers. And then you stuck half chewed up butter candies under the seats.
Hush up before I send you to bed without your Cracker Jacks and Cheese Whiz. Now, I was going to tell you the story of how that mean old Cinema Scrooge sat through the Winter's Tale.
Makes sense, he's had that poster behind him in all the Christmas episodes.
But I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to continue the tale of the Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, where is it? I could have sworn I had it around here somewhere.
You're not gonna find it. I hid all of your Christmas horror stories after the last time. You really think I want to pay to reconstruct the Earth again?
You think that's gonna stop Fat Grandma? Well, fine. I'll just make up the next story off the top of my head. Let's see, we'll call it Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, the Toy Maker. It's about an evil toy maker. Ooh, played by that delicious hunk of man meat, Mickey Rooney.
What?
It all begins with that Cinema Scrooge sitting in his comfy chair in very uncomfortable Santa pajamas.
You know, I'm really glad this is the last one of these Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, having to question my own existence because of an old lady reading my reviews to some comic book fan is really doing a number on my psyche. You know what else is doing a number on my psyche? The fact that there's 5 Silent Night, Deadly Night films, and only 2 of them had to do with a killer Santa Claus. The 5th one is about an evil toy maker who likes distributing deadly toys to children. So I've heard. So I guess that makes this Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, Halloween 3, Part 2. The film was released in 1991, only 1 year after Part 4. The film's director and co-writer is Martin Kittresser, a veteran script supervisor who has worked on everything from the Farrelly Brothers filmography to Quentin Tarantino's filmography. And with Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 being directed by Monty Hellman, that makes this the second Silent Night, Deadly Night film to be directed by somebody who directly links to Reservoir Dogs. Why is that a fact? Oh, clever. Still silent films? As in, my God, there's still Silent Night, Deadly Night films? From all these house decorations, I can tell that this is taking place around Labor Day. The main child in the film is Derek. Here he is, dressed as the sport his dad is gonna force him to play. Speaking of the parents... Good on him for discovering Cinemax. I hear Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 is gonna air on there. A lot! Something in the house has woken him up, but with all of these fire hazards, he would have eventually woken up anyway. I see some nice person has left him a big box VHS of Don't Open Till Christmas. Whatever you do, don't open it. It might contain a copy of Don't Open Till Christmas. Someone better stop him quick.
Hey! What in God's name are you doing up at this hour?
Dad runs a very stern household when it comes to disobeying a direct Don't Open Till Christmas order.
And what is that?
It was on the porch. You didn't hear the bell.
God damn it, Derek! How many times do I have to tell you?
'Tis the season to verbally abuse your kid. Little shit better be getting back up there to dream about baseball. Dad's happy anyway. His dick in a box finally arrived. Oh, never mind. It's probably something from Pokemon. I just don't understand these kids today. Huh. What would have happened if he opened that from the other direction? Would it have gone from an evil-looking Santa to a friendly-looking Santa? Just like Phantasm, only it's not really that deadly, and you could just cut it right off your head. Unless you're a moron who falls onto a fire poker. Keep in mind they probably spent more money on that effect than they did on this title card that they cut out with some construction paper. It's 2 weeks later, but still the Christmas season, because calling it Silent Night Funeral Night would just be depressing. Ooh, Mom has already moved on to a much younger lover. Oh, it's her son. Quick, we need something to date this. Check out that cartoon, based on the mega popular 80s hit movie Strike Commando. Sorry, son, Dad wanted to be buried with the big table, so we're stuck with the kiddie table. At least Mom probably treats the kid better.
What are you doing?
So it doesn't matter if Mom died or if Dad died. Someone is gonna be there to scream at the kid. I don't know what's happening here, but this is an 80s cartoon, so someone's about to be skinned alive. Derek hasn't talked since his dad died, but I'm sure a visit to the toy store is a good idea.
Maybe if I take him out and get him a little something or a toy, it'll make him feel better. I guess I'll take him over to Pedo's later.
What was the name of that store again?
I guess I'll take him over to Pedo's later.
I'm sorry, the store's name is Pedo's? Wow! Jared Fogle sure was less subtle before he became a Subway spokesman.
Nah, don't go there. They've got shit in that store.
Hey!
That's because the owner is constantly asking the kids to shove their hands up his ass. On the plus side, Derek got to keep that toy that killed his father. Look, it's the year's hottest item. Do you hate your dad? Buy this product. It'll kill him. Uh-oh, they're being spied on. Must be Jeff Schultz still looking for the stepfather. Well, Derek looks about as happy as any kid about to walk into a store named Pedo's. And here's, Pedo, played by Mickey Rooney, and his sidekick, Pedo Troll. Pedo Troll is actually his son, named Pino. Rooney's full name in the movie is Joe Pedo. It's supposed to be a take off of Geppetto, since his son's name is Pino, short for Pinocchio. No, still can't get past the fact that his name is Pedo. In fact, I can now never hear the name Geppetto the same way again. Mickey Rooney's involvement in the film is slightly ironic, considering he was a very outspoken critic against the first Silent Night, Deadly Night film. So, killer in a Santa suit, bad, but evil toy maker named Pedo, whoo, sign me up! And if you think this isn't gonna get weird...
What's the matter? Huh? Oh, what's in your nose there? Watch. Money? Is that where you keep your money?
He just looks like he should be playing a character named Pedo. What's wrong, kid? Don't want a giant tongue dog from Joe Pedo?
Maybe this was a mistake.
What was your first clue? Was it that you're taking your kid to a pedo? Also, not interested in whatever phallic toy this is. Perhaps we can look past the name. Maybe he's a good father.
I ought to break you in half.
Guys, you mind calming it down? There's still a customer in the place. But you gotta know what you're in for when you shop at Pedo's. This is Noah, who is doing his own investigation into the pedos. About goddamn time someone cracked down on this pedo problem. I see he's taking advantage of Mr. Pedo's deal. Buy 20 toys and get a child half off. Noah, however, is a little behind on his rent.
You give me till tomorrow and I'm gonna give you a nice little toy for your kid for Christmas.
Well, you don't look like a deadbeat.
But you talk like somebody who buys toys from a place called Pedo's. Oh no, I'm not gonna let that go. Just what every kid wants, some kind of weird worm centipede thing that I'm pretty sure is what Clint Howard stuck up vaginas in the 4th film. This is the problem with old toys. You get them a little wet and they turn into an electrical hazard that crawls right into your mouth. Who cares if the toy already killed him minutes ago? God damn it, we need to blow up a car! When you run a toy store, do you really need a section marked toys? Noah puts on his best D.B. Sweeney disguise and searches around for some more clues. Mickey, on the other hand, is having a toast to being the former #1 star in the world. Bang! Zoom! This was almost very tragic, as Noah is nearly sucked into the crawl space, but it's just Ted Raimi up to his usual crawl space shenanigans. Oh, good! Another mystery present.
What's this?
Why is everyone so okay with this kid getting random toys from strangers? And why was this guy hired as a mall Santa? Wait, Clint Howard? Is Clint Howard being in this supposed to be a reference to his Ricky character in the 4th film?
Hey, Ricky, you seen the boss? I gotta ask him about my check.
Oh, okay. So I guess that's supposed to be Ricky then, from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4? Uh-huh, okay. 'Cause I'm so sure it started out that way in the original script. Now let's see Noah be a creepier Santa than Clint Howard.
A watch, a pair of sunglasses, VCR, a yellow photo album, and the tape.
I'm not a big fan of a very Victor Salva Christmas.
No!
Let's go.
Don't go!
What are
No!
you doing? Let go of him!
No, don't go!
Who knew that going to a place called Pedos would be a better alternative than going to see Santa Claus? This kid is taking his old school podcast recorder and going to his room. But their neighbor Kim thought she heard someone in the house, but don't worry, it's just Derek laying on the floor all dead-like and listening to music, as you do. Oh, and then that's a thing that happens. Could this be the end of Pedos?
What in God's name was Pino doing in my house?
Here at Pedos, we have a high standard that only involves breaking into a kid's room after dark. He better have a good explanation.
I used to own your home.
What?
I used to live in your house.
See? That makes it okay. I still break into my old place and talk about Pierre Kirby movies while sitting on the basement floor. Now's as good a time as any to open this stranger's gift. Oh, and it took me until now to realize that their neighbor Kim is the same Kim who is the lead character in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. Sorry, even though it's only been a year since I've seen it, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 really is just that forgettable of a film. Plus, it was much easier to recognize Ricky, seeing how he was played by Clint Howard, and in the other film he looked like this.
I mean, you would not believe the things that I've been through.
Doesn't matter if you're in a plot about a satanic Christmas cult or an evil toy maker. Your life revolves around some very stupid things. Derek throws his gift in the trash, 'cause, hey, someone's gotta find it and get killed. Will the kid get killed? Want to find out after the commercial break? I know you don't, but you're gonna watch anyway.
So you see, boy, including an appearance from Ricky makes this a welcome chapter of the Silent Night, Deadly Night saga.
No, it doesn't. That's not even the same Ricky from the first 3 movies. The only reason we know it's the same Ricky from the previous movie is because he's played by Clint Howard. And even then, he does none of the same things as that Ricky.
His name is Ricky, so that makes him Ricky. Why else would they include him in the box set that has parts 3, 4, and 5?
That's great marketing, by the way. Put a Killer Santa on the box of the 3 movies that don't have a Killer Santa in them. How am I becoming such an expert in this series?
You're about to know more than you ever bargained for, boy, as that luscious teen heartthrob Mickey Rooney butters up his abs with Christmas ham and keeps hard at work on his new Christmas toys.
And that's how I saved the life of a group of supermodels and a golden retriever on a pontoon boat. What? You missed it? Aw, too bad I was freeze-framed. So what's the present gonna be? Will it be something else that dates this kid's outfit even more than if it were a pair of parachute pants? Oh my god, it is! Wait, what's happening here?
Stupid fool! No!
Gentlemen, come on, you're bringing a lot of attention to a giant sign that says pedos. There you go, just take it indoors.
Pino! Pino!
Don't worry, pedo. I'm sure you can still fuck him. Maybe I also didn't recognize Kim because she's got most of her clothes on in this movie. It's every movie director's dream. If you work with kids, make sure they don't have any lines. Uh-oh. I had the feeling something really 90s is gonna happen. That's what he gets for failing his audition to be the kid from Bingo. Derek doesn't have it much better. He really should have thrown away that toy that killed his dad. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you just fall over? Or get hit by a car. That works too. I guess the driver also beat him in the head with a bat after the crash.
Sarah, you think this is an accident? Look.
It's either rocket skates from a mad toy maker or an upcoming hilarious episode of Jackass. Just leave Derek alone in the house. What's the worst that could happen?
You don't know me, but let's just say I want to be your friend, okay?
So really, anyone in this movie could have been named Joe Pedo.
Hey, look what I brought for you, huh? Look at that. You'll find a very special toy in there. Very special toy for a very special boy.
It's a can of Michael Jackson's mystery drink. Oh, don't drink it too fast. You'll pass out. Meanwhile, at the live entertainment building, let's just show them print off some VHS tapes of the movie. Uh-oh, someone's probably after her. Good thing she's a fucking idiot. Chasing down this random woman in a parking garage. This could surely lead to only one outcome. And that outcome is, I have no idea what's going on. Let's cut back to the weird-looking boyfriend who's 17 going on 45. Gross. Sanoa turns out to be the mom's former lover. She appears happy to see him. I don't know why the hell she ran away earlier other than to trick the audience. Turns out that not only is he investigating Pedo's toy store, but he's also Derek's real father. So he's been buying Derek a lot of mystery toys. Why he's giving him toys from the evil toy shop, I don't know. So, this is a good thing, I guess. No one seems to miss the guy from the beginning who died. She's not gonna be so happy when she finds out he's been giving them toys from pedos. That's right, I'm still never gonna let that go. To make his angry letter to the Silent Night producers even more pointless, here's Mickey Rooney dressed as Santa. Oh good, it's Toy Story, Andy's teenage years. Something tells me when this kid gets older, he's never gonna want to have sex in his life. Also, Santa's just a big fat pedo who takes naughty children. As for frolicking teenagers... There you have it. It's what Joe Dante wanted small soldiers to be. Now they can get back to being one happy family.
Sarah, what do you know about that old guy from the toy store?
You mean Joe Petto?
Yeah.
Never mind. That just answered my question.
I wonder if I told you he was arrested for maiming some kids several years ago.
Sounds about accurate.
I don't believe it.
She hasn't been this defensive of someone since the previous owner, Dick Diddler. They return home to talk to Derek, but the babysitter confronts them about the horrible lasagna accident that just happened in the kitchen. Mom leaves to find Derek, and sure, one kid goes missing and people always blame pedo. Probably because it's accurate. Come to think of it, this store has always been really creepy. Why didn't we realize beforehand that Joe Petto is a bad guy? All the best toy stores have fake heads that plop down from the ceiling. You know, for the kids. With Mickey Rooney involved, I know exactly how they're going to solve their problem. By inviting Judy Garland over and putting on one heck of a live show. Just don't get creepy.
Pretty mommy.
Okay, never say that again. Wait, what the fuck is going on here?
Pino?
That explains nothing! I have way more questions now! So Joe Petto previously died, and his robot son Pino kidnapped Derek?
How God's name? Oh, this is very simple. Really, it's very simple. All you need is a little of that, and a little of that, and a little of that.
And as long as you switch faces, it makes you way thinner than when you were played by Mickey Rooney. This really shows the true horror of being a real-life Ken doll.
My father could make anything. Well, almost anything.
And that could have saved everyone from all this terror. He should have built his son a dick.
I love you, Mommy. I love you. I love you. I want you. I love you. I love you.
Never mind. Dick or no dick, he was built by a pedo, so he's gonna be a creep. How did this series go from being about a murderous Santa Claus to Pinocchio's revenge? After she stabs him in the head, it seems like this could be solved very easily. Just throw a bucket of water on him. So, robots, killer toys, evil toy makers. I guess I did end up reviewing Halloween 3 again after all.
Don't be afraid. It's only a toy, Mommy.
Relax, Mommy. Derek's gonna grow up to become one hell of a creepy serial killer. Oh, and one of the robots is left alive at the end. Doesn't matter. There's no more of these movies. Too bad, too. I really wanted to find out how this series would keep on ignoring previous installments. Sure, there was that sorta reboot in 2012 called Silent Night. Do you care? 'Cause I sure don't. There's a lot that can be said about Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, but I'm sorry. Pedo! They named the toy store Pedos? What the fuck were they thinking? Why? Why did they do that? Pedo. Okay. Again, why?
Asked the Cinema Scrooge. Why did they name a character Pedo? Why? As he screamed into the night. The end.
That's a good question. If you just came up with the story off the top of your head, why in God's name did you name the character Pedo?
Because I'm tired of you taking candy from strangers and forcing your poor old fat grandma to have to rescue you from evil bicycle shop owners.
No matter how many times you confuse me with Arnold from Different Strokes, I'm not gonna wake up as your 10-year-old adopted black child. I'm still not convinced I'm even related to you.
Christmas ain't over yet, honey. I keep reading you these Cinema Scrooge stories in the hopes that someday you'll grow into a proper exploitation movie reviewer.
I don't want to be an exploitation movie reviewer, no matter how many of these stories you read me. They don't even make any sense. Is his name the Cinema Snob, the Cinema Scrooge, Craig Golightly, Vincent Dawn, Steele? Does he like exploitation? Does he hate exploitation? I feel like every time you've read one of these stories, you've had a stroke.
Fat Grandma may be slow in the brain, but her heart beats faster than a roadrunner traveling through a painted tunnel in order to peck through some birdseed apple pie. Now give me that sponge bath.
No!
Don't be a wise ass. I eat kids like you for breakfast. That's why my shit smells so bad.